The biggest mistake older couples make after age 60. Have you ever woken up today and felt like you don't have a husband or wife beside you? You have a roommate who snores, a person you've known for 40 years but haven't touched in 40 weeks. And the worst part is, you don't miss it, because habit has killed the longing. This video isn't for everyone. It's for you if you're over 60, have overcome so much in life, but are losing the most silent battle of all, the battle against indifference within your own marriage. Today you're going to discover the biggest mistake older couples make after 60. A mistake so obvious, so destructive, and so often ignored that 90% of the people watching right now are making it without even knowing it. Stay with me, because in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to save what can still be saved. Real data. Let's start with a painful truth. In the United States, the divorce rate among couples over 60 years old, the famous gray divorce, more than doubled in the last 3 decades. According to data from National Center for Family and Marriage Research, 1 in 4 divorces today happens among people over 50 years old. Break. Did you understand what that means? This means that grandparents are getting divorced more often than grandchildren are getting married. This means the market for small properties is booming because women aged 65 are buying apartments on their own, not because they're widowed, but because they're exhausted. It means that the error exists. It is real, and it is all around you. But here's the part nobody tells you. Divorce doesn't start with a fight. It begins with silence. It starts on a rainy Sunday, when you'd rather look at your phone than look to the side. It starts when the last time you laughed together was watching a meme on Facebook. It starts when physical touch becomes nudging your elbow to get past someone in the hallway. And you normalized it. That's what hurts the most. You normalized the emotional void. The definite mistake, naming the enemy. So what is the biggest mistake? I'm going to repeat this 50 times until you engrave it in your soul. The biggest mistake is to stop making choices. Young couples play a game of choosing. Oh, I'm going to marry him. Oh, I'm going to live together. There's excitement, fear, butterflies in the stomach. After 60, couples become prisoners of routine. And then the deadly substitution occurs. Love becomes an obligation. You don't kiss because you want to. You kiss because it's kissing time. You don't talk because you feel like it. You talk because dinner is ready. You don't go out dancing because you enjoy it. You go because it's good for your blood pressure. Did you notice? You've turned love into a machine, and your spouse senses this. He senses that you're not really there. And guess what? He's also given up trying to convince you otherwise. That's when roommate syndrome sets in, the roommate syndrome. You split bills, you split grandchildren, you split the TV remote, you split the car, you split the refrigerator. But you no longer share a secret. You no longer share a fear. You no longer share a fantasy. Roommates sleep in the same house. They just don't sleep together. Living examples. Let me give you 3 examples. You'll see yourself in at least one. Example 1, the resentful retiree. Roberto, 62 years old. He worked for 40 years in a car factory. He's retired. Now he spends all day at home complaining that the food is cold, that his granddaughter is noisy, that the sofa is in the wrong place. His wife, Maria, 60 years old, spent 40 years waiting for him to come home. Now she wishes he would leave. She feels guilty about it, but she does. He doesn't realize that her hatred isn't hatred. It's grief. She's grieving for the man he was before he became a kitchen inspector. Example 2, the exposed wife. Helena, 66 years old. She did everything for her children, for her grandchildren, for the church, for the community. One day she looked in the mirror and didn't recognize herself. Her husband, Carlos, hasn't touched her in 8 years. 8 years. They sleep in separate beds. It's better for my back, they say. A lie. It's better so she doesn't have to deal with rejection. Helena doesn't want sex. She wants to be seen. Carlos doesn't see her. He confuses being in the same room with being present. Example 3, the living widower. Jorge, 68 years old. His wife died 2 years ago. He doesn't cry. He doesn't go out. He just exists. But the worst thing isn't being a widower. The worst thing is couples who live like widows within their marriage. It's you who is beside someone who has already given up emotionally. It's you who does everything alone. It's you who travels with friends while your husband stays at home because he doesn't want to bother you. These people exist. Maybe you are one of them. American culture, the myth of autonomy. A cultura americana adora uma narrativa. Independence Day. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I don't need anyone. This is great for business. It's poison for marriages after 60. Because after 60, autonomy turns into isolation. I'll translate. You've become so accustomed to not needing the other person that now you can no longer want them. And then comes the deadly rationalization. But I'm happy this way. That's a lie. You're comfortable. Comfort is not happiness. Comfort is knowing exactly where the salt is. Happiness is laughing until you cry with someone. Many American couples over 60 make the mistake of treating marriage like an employment contract. Each does their part. He mows the lawn. She pays the bills. He drives. She packs. He fixes the faucet. She cooks dinner. Where's the desire? Where's the surprise? Where's the provocation? You don't need to do a striptease, but you do need to ask questions that aren't about groceries, medicine, or grandchildren. Try asking today, what was the moment in 50 years when you missed me the most? There, you've broken the contract. You're a person again. Authority. Now I'm going to hit the nail on the head. With mental triggers that marketing agencies pay thousands of dollars to learn. The scarcity trigger. You don't have 30 years ahead of you. You have now. With each passing year, the window of there's still time shrinks. Your knee hurts. Your blood pressure rises. But your heart can still beat faster because of love. Use time as an ally, not as an excuse. Social proof trigger. Couples who resolve this issue after 60 report something curious. They feel younger than they did at 40. Why? Because at 40 they were chasing money, status, validation. At 60, they chase meaning. And when they find meaning together, the chemistry returns. It's not rare. It's common. You just don't see it because nobody films happy 70-year-old couples. They only film fights. Authority trigger. I'm not here to give opinions. I'm here to give data. The famous psychologist John Gottman from the University of Washington studied thousands of couples for decades. He discovered that couples who turn their backs on their partner in small requests for connection, a look, a touch, a silly question, have an 80% higher chance of divorce. 80%. What you do with a "look at that beautiful sky" determines whether you will die alone or accompanied. The turning point. What really works? Enough with the problems. Let's get to the solution. What do couples who save their marriage after 60 do differently? They redefine intimacy. Intimacy isn't sex. Intimacy is vulnerability. It's admitting you're afraid of dying. It's admitting that sometimes you want to be alone, but you also want to be sought after. It's admitting that your body has changed, your skin has sagged, your belly has grown, but you still want to be desired. The couple who survive to 60 learn to speak without fear of judgment. And here are the 3 practical pillars. Take note. Pillar 1. Small daily connection rituals. You don't need a trip to Paris. You need 5 minutes a day looking into each other's eyes without your cell phone. While brushing your teeth. While waiting for your coffee. 5 minutes. That breaks the inertia. Pillar 2. Low cost, high impact emotional surprises. Bring a chocolate for no reason. Write a note. Send a song. Remember your first date. If you don't remember, invent a new first date. It costs $0. The return is immeasurable. Pillar 3. Sex reinvented. At 60, sex isn't about performance. Sex is about touch without purpose. It's massage without obligation. It's caressing that doesn't need to end in anything. Free your partner from the pressure to perform. This freedom alone can revive dead marriages. Research shows that couples who maintain affectionate, non-sexual touch report greater marital satisfaction than many younger couples. Strategic repetition, imprinting in memory. I'll repeat it again because you need to hear it until you're tired of it. The biggest mistake older couples make after 60 is to stop actively choosing each other every day. You chose to marry once, but you need to choose to love again every morning. If you wake up thinking, "Oh, he's going to annoy me today," you've already lost. If you wake up and think, "I'm going to make her smile today," you've already won. It's not magic. It's a decision. And those who decide to change quickly. Those who wait for the other person to change, wait until their coffin is dead. Do you want to reach 80 looking back and seeing that you spent 20 years complaining about the same thing? Or do you want to look back and see that you reinvented love? The average age in the US is 77. You could have 10, 15, 20 quality years ahead of you. The question is, with whom and how? Emotional call to action, strong CTA. Now you have 30 seconds to take action. And you will. Get up. Stop scrolling. Go over to where your husband or wife is. Look them in the eye. Say something like, "I saw something today. It made me think about us. I don't want to end my life as a roommate." Done. You just did more than 90% of the people who are going to see this video. The difference between those who save their marriage and those who separate at 65 is this: initiative. The initiative doesn't wait for Valentine's Day. The initiative is not waiting for the right moment. The initiative is happening now. Final reminder: subscribe, like, comment. This channel exists for a very specific purpose: to help you age well, but with genuine companionship. If this video gave you a lump in your throat, if you felt seen, if you thought, "That's me," you know what to do. Click the like button. Do you know why? Because the like isn't for me. It's a message for the algorithm. It's you saying, "More people need to hear this." Subscribe to the channel by pressing the red button and activate the notification bell. Don't miss the next video. Now scroll down to the comments. I want to read your thoughts. Write a statement of commitment. For example, "Tonight I will kiss my husband before dinner." Or write, "Sorry, Helena, I'm going to change." Tag your spouse in the comments. Send them this video silently. Sometimes a 30-minute video is more effective than 30 years of therapy. I trust you. You can still save this. I'll be here in the next video. Until then, don't let love turn to silence. Subscribe, like, comment, with a 10-second countdown before automatically ending.